Me super must yam, me woman must yam, me picnic must yam. Nobody go run me, nobody go run me. Would you stand up and see your country dying and Helen help me Would you see your children's future dwindling, creating much disillusion? Or would we watch on idly, disregarding our self-sufficiency and administration? I said no, let's unite and stand up for rights, all lives and our lives. Let us reintegrate and correct all mistakes. Reunification, building a brand new nation. We move on together hand in hand. Rise, sing a song, arise. The country is yours, all yours, say yours. Would you assist building a wall so massive or a bridge? Don't care how small, as one can still divide our people, the other unite us all. Unambitious men just cannot be a part of this community. This is selfishness, a total lack of interest. No, I said no, not that all. Let's unite and stand up for rights, all our lives and our lives. Let us reintegrate and correct all mistakes. Reunification, building a brand new nation. We move on together hand in hand. Rise, sing the songs.
move on together hand in hand. So rise, citizens, arise. The country is yours, all yours, serious.
Check one, two, check one. Yeah, 1, 2.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Good afternoon, fellow citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis. We want to thank you for sticking around. This is the voice of the People's Action Movement. We are popping up this afternoon. We want to meet the people where they are. We're going to come to you wherever you are, by the bars, by the booths, at carnival, maybe even in church, because we have a message that must resonate to everyone in this country. Things are not going well. We are hearing your cries. You have come to us with your electricity bills, with your rent receipts. You have brought to us your grocery bills. Things are hard. People are not even crying. People are bawling. They are bawling. And we want to tell you that Pam here and Pam cares. Pam hears and Pam cares. And so this afternoon, we can't work magic, but we are going to bring you some hope. Because in a few short years, those who are governing would have to tell the people why we have had to suffer for all these 5 years. If it reaches to 5 years, that is. But we know that things are hard. Things are difficult. I had a friend who came here recently from overseas, and when she got back to America, she said to me, Laverne, I can see pain and sorrow on people's faces. She said, I have never seen people in St. Kitts looking so sad and withdrawn. In 2.5 years, look where we have reached. Look where we have reached. In 2.5 years, people have no money. You go to the supermarkets on a Friday afternoon, and you'll be lucky if you see 6 people in the supermarket. There's nobody there because people have no money. And so this afternoon, the People's Action Movement, having heard your cries, having heard you literally knocking on our doors and say, we want somebody, we want a party to stand in the gap for us. We want somebody who understands our pain. Well, this afternoon we are here to tell you that we feel your pain. We feel your suffering because we too are having our share of sufferings. We too are met with rising costs in the supermarkets on a weekly basis, and we can't hear from the government. We can't hear from Consumer Affairs. We can't hear anybody saying that they feel for us. Because you know what? They gave themselves a lofty increase, and so they're happy. They have feathered their nest early o'clock. And so who are we? No, we are nobody, because they're happy. They're happy, and they're living in La La Land, while a lot of us are feeling the squeeze. I mean, if we tighten our belt anymore, blood will come from our waist. That is how hard things are. And so, my friends, my people of St. Kitts and Nevis, wherever you're from this afternoon, our fellow CARICOM citizens, wherever you're from this afternoon, we are going to use the next hour to bring you a little bit of hope. We want to tell you one more time that Pam loves you. Pam cares for you. Pam hears you. And so we are going to show up wherever you are, wherever you're gathering. We're going to bring a message of hope for you. We are political evangelists. And so if it requires us to give people hope and to pray for people and to give optimism to people. Whatever it takes, we are prepared to do that. And so we want to thank you for gathering this afternoon. Spread the word, because this is not the last of us. Pam is not going anywhere. Pam is a party that is almost 60 years old. We have done a lot in this country. If you cast your eyes in the east, you will see Port Zante. That Port Zante that brought the biggest cruise ship into our shores a few years ago was built under the government of Sir Kennedy Simmons, leading the People's Action Movement and the NRP in collision in the 80s. If you cast your eyes over the hills to the peninsula, you will see the road that they say led to nowhere. But if they had to build it, they would have built, it would have cost more than what it cost us to put it in when we did many years ago. The People's Action Movement is a party of progress. We have built the foundational infrastructure in this country from which any other government can spring forward. And so we are proud. We are absolutely proud of the example that Pam has set in this country. So we want to thank you for gathering. We want to thank you for coming. And we want to ask you to pay keen attention to all of our presenters this afternoon. We only have 1 hour, so we're going to move right along. So I'm going to ask now one of our executive members and one of our deputy political leaders, Azad Gomes, to come now and present. And he is going to speak specifically about what they did to you. You who are at these bars, you who are at Jasmine bars, you who are at Ingrid bars across this ferry terminal, what they did to you in relation to the PAP. Taking away the PAP from you while they gave themselves 39% increase on their salaries. So I'm going to ask you to give Azad a few moments. Let him share with you the facts of how they desecrated and mashed up PAP so that they could feather their nest and live lofty of the fat of this land, while most of us in this country could barely get through day by day. So please give your attention now to our friend, our deputy political leader, Azad Gomes.
The Trinidad, a luxury liner, sailing the Caribbean Sea, with an old captain named Eric Williams. Oh yes, it's smooth and free, but sadly Eric Williams passed away. The ship hit rock water that day, someone turned the bridge over to a captain named Chambers. Me blood crawl, things start to fall. Hold me head when I sail a fall. Captain, this ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough. Oh yes, we gas tank almost empty. No electricity, we oil pressure reading low.
Shall we abandon ship, or shall we stay on it? It has been too long. For the month of July, many persons are waiting for August to come. It has been 2.5 years of July. Lies after lies after lies. Promises after promises, and no deliverance of those promises. We say as a People's Action Movement that Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough. Shall we stay on this ship? And shall we sink with it? Or shall we elect an administration that cares for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, the People's Action Movement? We learned of so many promises under this administration in 2022. They said to you that they were going to increase the provisions under the PAP program. They tell you you're going to get $1,500. Each household will get $1,500. $500 ain't enough. $500 ain't enough. They tell you $1,500. Under the PAM administration, Team Unity, households making $3,000 were able to qualify. So what does July do? He comes into office, and upon coming into office, he reduces the threshold. Reduces the threshold from 3,000 to 2,500. But when you reduce the threshold, it means less and less persons could qualify. So while the cost of living is rising, you who are suffering are getting less assistance. But these persons, these politicians, these representatives whom the country elected knew very well what they were doing. They knew that tough times were coming. And so what they do? They reduce the assistance for the most vulnerable. And they increase their salary. Not even after 2 years of working, they increase their salary up to 33%. Half of them never in parliament yet. Half of them already made much outside of parliament. But after 2 years or less, they increase their salary because they can't live in this country with the salary that they had. And their salary was thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars they made already. Thousands of dollars they made already. But you who make the little amount of thousands of dollars, they cut the program from you, they increase their own salary. And so we must look at what this administration has done, not what this administration continue to say. They talk about everything. Everything they talk about, they're going to make it better. They say better with labor, but it has been only bitter with labor. They talk about being the A team, but they are not even the F team because they have done nothing of standard, nothing of good reports. And that is why we are saying, Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough. The pressure is low. When we look at the economy, when we look at what we have, when we look at the CBI, we realize that our revenues are getting less and less. We realize that the bills are getting more and more. And so, I am no mathematician, but if the money go up for expenditure and the money go down for revenue, it means something is in a deficit. And so what we saying is, Captain, the sick.
Now there's a lot of fingers pointing, suspicion running strong. Who's to be blamed for all her failures? Who's to be blamed for doing her wrong?
And so, if you love St. Kitts and Nevis, if you want a better St. Kitts and Nevis, you have to put in better. It has not been better with labor. It has been bitter with labor. What we have elected, or what the people of St. Kitts have elected, is a selfish government. A government that thinks only about themselves and not about the people who voted for them. We have a selfish government, a government that travels out more than doing the work in for the people. We have a selfish government, a government that does not care about the people that have elected them to serve. A government that only cares about its own self-preservation. They ain't care about you and me. They ain't care about your family. If it is you are suffering, they shut them out. Let one of them suffer. All threats out open. All threats open. It's only when one of them is suffering do you hear their mouths. And so what we have to do, we have to get rid of them. Just like they said, get rid of Team Unity and Pam, we have to get rid of them because they are not better, as they have said. And so I urge you to next election, whenever it is, because we have heard so many rumors about division in the Labour Party. They can't be together. You hear about the Jew Labour, the Douglas Labour, And all know we can't get nothing done. We have a prime minister who talks about soon come. So when he talks about the smart homes, the 2,400 that he's going to build in 5 years, we only see 2 model homes. So when he talk about the smart hospital, the ground clear, and we ain't seen nothing else yet. When we talk about the infrastructure in the country, we got a lot of lazy government officials, the lazy representation. When we look about constituency number 4, we realize that the people of constituency number 4, they are wanting more. The people of constituency number 4 are waiting for a representative that will look after them. I have spoken so many times about the infrastructure in constituency 4. We have roads that are deplorable, and we have a representative that does not care. When we look at the roads in Conyers, the roads nasty, representative does not care. The roads in Green Acres, representative don't care, missing in action. MIA in MIA. More concerned about the walk up than he was concerned about the walk. More concerned about the walk up than being concerned about the work the people then put him to do. And so when we look across the constituency and they talk about Conyers, Green Acres, we talk about Old Road near to the police station, we talk about even the road close to Cooley Shop in Half a Tree. And so when we look at the development of constituency number 4, we are asking for more. We don't want a lazy minister in parliament. We ain't want a social media minister. We want a representative that is ready to do the work. And so the next time a Labour candidate comes to your doorstep and tells you that you are better with them, remember the hard times that have been spent. No money in the country. Economy gone down. The ship is sinking. And as I conclude, all I could think about is that St. Kitts and Nevis that is sailing to shore, but the water's coming in. The water's coming in. The citizens on the ship are saying, Captain, the ship is sinking. And all the captain is saying, rescue soon come. Rescue soon come. And even everybody on the ship know that the ship going down except for the captain. Because the captain too busy looking all over and not looking for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis.
A luxury liner sailing the Caribbean Sea with an old captain named Eric Williams. Oh yes, it's smooth and free. But sadly Eric Williams passed away. The ship hit rock water that day. Someone turned the bridge over to a captain named Chambers. Me blood crawl, things start to fall. Hold me head when I say, Captain, the ship is sinking.
Thank you, Deputy Political Leader Azad Gums. Did he tell any lie, people? Did he say anything that wasn't true? I'm hearing all no's, and so that means that he was hitting the nail on the head in the 10 minutes that he spent here just now. It is really hard to tell a lie in this government. I mean, so many things have gone wrong. So many things have gone wrong that you will have to be blind not to see, deaf not to hear, or dumb not to be able to speak about them, because they have a track record of everything gone wrong, everything gone bad. And you know, sometimes even in a relationship, you're willing to forgive somebody if they make 1 error, 2 errors, but not so many errors. No, man. And especially when the errors are making you feel it in your pockets. You can't give people a chance forever and ever because they want to see you go to Springfield. This government wants the people in St. Kitts to be on a steady march to Springfield from hunger. Things are hard. Things are bad. Things are bad, bad, bad. But again, we want to tell you that in Pam there is hope. On this side, we are people of God. And we want to encourage you not to give up. Not to give up. Hold tight. Hold tight, brothers and sisters. Hold tight. Don't give up. Things will get better. Things will get better before they get worse because Pam is going to take control not too long from now. We're going to present the next speaker. And this speaker is going to speak about the tariff that was recently introduced by Skellig. Because although they want to give the impression that it's not a new tax, when you look at the timing of it, yes, they're going to do the budget next month. And when they do the budget, they'll probably say, see, no new taxes, but the tariff on the basic electricity started in the 1st of November. It's a tax. It's a tax. And so we're not going to let them get away by saying, oh, this is a tax-free budget. Because they went ahead of time before the budget and put a tax on businesses. And so we're going to allow our second deputy political leader, Pell, tell you some more of what that means to you, how it's going to affect you in your pocket. Because this is not only about small businesses being hurt from paying extra electricity. This has a lot more implications, a lot deeper and more serious implications for me and you and all of us linemen. Maybe when the month end comes, you'll be able to only buy 2 beers from Jasmine instead of 1. Instead of 2 rather, you'll be only able to buy 1. Because this tax is going to be felt by Jasmine when she gets a bill at the end of November. This government is wicked. They're wicked and heartless. And we're not going to sit here and call them nice because they have not been nice to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. So Mr. Pell, tell us what is happening with electricity.
Good afternoon, everyone.
By and large, in the world today, the poor man going down in every way. In America and Europe, Asia and Africa, Middle East and the West Indies, the poor man getting real squeeze. Everything in the world costs plenty money. The rich living easy while the poor unhappy. Out of the pit of sheer frustration comes what was a revolution. The poor man got it hard in every land.
Good afternoon once more, my friends, and the peace to you all. Our moderator spoke about the increase in the electricity. Now, I want us to remember that Skellig is not a private enterprise. Skellig is a part of the government. It has a board. Therefore, any decision that Skellig would have made would have had the sanction and authority of the government. And therefore, I want us to remember that the increase in electricity is not only going to hurt the businesses that they say they're going to put it on, but every single one of us. Remember that a tariff is also could consider, as my good friend mentioned, a tax, an increase. However, they came before the budget, and I went through, and those of us who know and were listening carefully, they mentioned that there will be no increase in taxes. But an increase in the electricity bill for businesses is actually a tax on business. Also, I want us to remember that it was a subsidy placed by the previous government when Pam was part of it, also system over in Nevis. And therefore, it takes caring persons, a caring party, political party, to do things that they care about for people. So persons could understand that they have a caring government, caring persons in political parties. And that's what the People's Action Movement is all about. You all could remember, especially the older ones, how things used to be. I'm not saying things will always remain the same. But when you have persons in government who care for you, they look after you. In matter of fact, I want to remind all of us, the responsibility of government is to make life easier for the citizens. It is there to make sure the businesses have things such good that they will be able to keep prices down. But with the increase in electricity, trust me, we received an increase in salary recently. But if you go and look carefully with this increase, it's going to dip into that increase. So you get an increase, and it doesn't even seem as if it's an increase. Because cost of living going to increase in the supermarkets. Because the businesses, they're going to send the cost to someone, and who the persons are? The persons are the consumers, you and I. They are also consumers, but you know what? They make more money than all of us. And therefore, we are the ones who are going to feel it. And it is our duty to come here to talk for you on your behalf, because I know you're feeling it and you do not want it. Even persons who are on the side of the government know that an increase in cost of living is going to make them feel it in their pockets. You're going to go to the supermarket tomorrow. What used to be for 50 cents, let me be normal, let me be correct. What would be $5 going to cost more? Not only also in the supermarket, but services. Services will increase. Those of you who go to TDC to buy, whether the refrigerator, and if you have someone to come to repair, it will increase in the cost. It will increase in the cost. And therefore, it is our duty as the People's Action Movement to come here, to talk for you, to try to talk to our government, to try to remove that tax. If they don't want to remove it, give way to the People's Action Movement, who will do the job. Because we are a caring party, we are caring people. We believe in persons to have a just life of living. And when I say just, I mean a comfortable life of living. If things are too hard, how many parents here, right here in this gathering, are throughout the nation of St. Kitts, but in particular St. Kitts, because this electricity is only part, Skellig is just for St. Kitts. And therefore, single mothers, single fathers, even if you live in a house couple, husband and wife, or the boyfriend and girlfriend, you're still going to feel it. Because trust me, your school fees is going to increase. Just recently we had an increase in the bus fare. That again is an increase. How much more can we take? How much more can you take? Ask yourself that question. Is it just? Is it fair? Is it comfortable for you to have an increase in bus fare and now we're going to have an increase in cost of living? The businesses have to import. Certain conditions or concessions must give if we want to make sure our citizens are living comfortable and also living a fair and just life. Some persons talk about a livable wage, but what about a livable tax-free life? That's what we are looking for. Because everywhere you look, cost of living is going up, one way or the other. And I want all of us to ask ourselves a question. Do we believe that an increase in electricity is right at this time? Christmas is coming. Some of you want more monies, but I want the government to also to understand. The more money people have to spend, and the more people buy, the more the engine of the economy turn around. And if you cannot spend money, you have a problem. Because some of you might even lose work. And that's the serious thing what we have to look at. Sustainable economy, sustainable country, but if the cost of living is too high, we have a problem. The economy might be sustained or sustainable energy and all these kind of things. But if you cannot sustain yourself, we still have a problem. And that is why the People's Action Movement is here. To remind all of us, it is our duty to call on the government to turn back on that increase for businesses. Yes, we know the government need money to pay persons, but at this time, with the increase in the electricity, I don't think it is right. They mentioned a lot of money was there, but where the money gone? It's just recently I heard them saying, what, we have a black hole or something like that? We have a black hole in the finance of the country. So where the money gone? They are the ones who are there who are managing that money. If they cannot manage it properly, move aside and let the People's Action Movement step in and manage the money, manage the budget, and make life easier for you. Those of you who are here, who are old enough, inform the younger ones, let them know what it was. I could recall when a month's time you pay electricity bill and it was what? Like $50 now, kind of ridiculous price. Yes, I know time would have passed, but still, government could control it. Sometimes persons might say it is out of our control, but government can control that cost in the electricity. Because even the government will feel it because they cannot get business licenses to maintain the government. They have a problem. And therefore, let us all of us together, call on the government to remove or to turn back on the increase in electricity for businesses. It is not just for business, my friends. They might want to let you know it is the rich going to benefit, but no. No, not at all. Because the businesses are there to provide a service for all of us. And if it is too expensive for businesses, who are they going to put that cost to? Because they have to make a profit. Each and every one of us. The beer that you're drinking, it might go up. We don't know. We don't know. The person who you call to repair your, what do you call it, AC, the cost might go up because the person will be taxed. And I am saying to all of us, I am saying right now, think about it. Give the People's Action Movement your brain to think about for the next election. Let it go down in your mind. Let it go around in your mind. The People's Action Movement, the People's Action Movement, care for people. Care for good living. Care to make sure persons are living comfortably. Care to make sure this country is prosperous. We might be small, but I know once upon a time our country was known as the most profitable or most prosperous nation throughout the Caribbean and Latin America. We can do it again, and the People's Action Movement will do it, but we need your help. We need your help. I'm not going to talk to Constituency 7. The business in Constituency 7, yes, I'm here talking for you. Because I want to make sure you'll be able to survive and continue your business, to provide the products, the services to the persons in constituency number 7. But throughout the St. Kitts and Nevis, let us all remember, at the same time, we have a duty to call to make sure each and every one of us have enough money in our pockets to do other things as opposed to paying electricity bills. As opposed to make sure when we go to the supermarket, things are just expensive. I just want to leave one thing with you. Take in mind that the People's Action Movement is a caring party and it will be a caring government. And we're here to make sure the cost of living is affordable, comfortable, and most likely what you want. God bless you, God bless St. Kitts and Nevis, and peace to our nation because we need it right now.
Your vote will decide our destiny. Your vote will decide what you want to be. Your vote can foretell our country's fate. Move and use it well before it's too late. If it is that who you're voting, fail beyond a doubt. When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is they prove it to be only full amount. When you're voting, vote them out.
Thank you, Deputy Political Leader Pell. Thank you for that. Because you see, we have a government like Deputy Political Leader Gomes just said a moment ago, who think they're so smart that they're probably saying, well, the tariff on electricity not affecting the poor man, the people in Fig Tree and Halfway Tree and Newtown and McKnight and Irish Town not affected. It's only the businesses. But they are small businesses who could barely pay the bill now, that you want to push them further back in literal darkness. I told you all this is a wicked government. They're wicked. They're wicked. And so we are even hearing that people with small businesses are saying, look, if this is the way the government is going, I'm going to have to look a job. We have known people who have closed down their businesses, their small businesses, and gone to look a job. They say, you know what? The dams can't pay for the lights. And so I may have to close it down, see if I find something to do in the daytime, and perhaps in the nighttime could squeeze in 2 hours to see if I could make $5. This is the unthinkable situation that our people have found themselves in now in this country, a country that was once so prosperous. As our deputy political leader just reminded us, we were once the most prosperous country in the whole of Latin America. And now look where we are. Look where we are now. How did we get to this? In 2 short years, how did we get to this? Have we ever stopped and asked ourselves that? How did we get to this? And so as I said earlier, don't be surprised that when the end of the month come and our bar owners, Jasmine and Ingrid and Shango and Susie and Shasha Mali and Shaba and Catherine and all the other booth owners around here have to put maybe an extra 25 cents on your beer. Don't blame them. They're not bad people. They're not bad people. They have to do it to survive because of the wickedness that this government has done with reinstating the tariff on electricity on businesses. That is wicked in a time like this, when things are hard and slow. Molasses, if you throw molasses in the street, it wouldn't even move now. Things are so tough, the molasses would stay right there. This is a molasses economy, and they got the heart to talk about the adding tariff to electricity, to businesses. No, man, this government need to go and come again. As the young people said, they need to wheel and come again. Well, they need to wheel and come again with until they could fix this tariff issue. I know we don't want them back, our political leader. We certainly don't want them back. But we're winding down, and we have 2 more speakers to present to you. And I want you all to get ready for this hard-hitting St. Paul's man. Because you see, a lot of us think that St. Paul's had to win, and you know, people ask us, you know, why does Pam even bother with constituency number 6? But we love all the people. We love all the people. We love them in 6, we love them in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 8, 7. And so we won't give up on number 6, not ever, not now, not ever. And so Troy is going to continue to labor in the vineyard of number 6. One day we'll break them down. One day they'll come to their senses that Pam is as good and if not better than Labour for them. Because you know what? When you look at the track record for Labour in the last 20 years, how has number 6 benefited? In the last couple of years, they built Kitchen Hill over there. But other than that, what have the people in number 6 have to show under Labour government? Not a lot. Even with a prime minister. Even with a prime minister, there's not a lot to show. But it's not for me to steal the thunder of Troy. And so I'm going to turn over to him now. He's hard hitting. So I want you to welcome him with a round of applause. Come to the mic, Troy.
Hold on tight, everybody just moving together like a storm. United we could conquer it all. Divided then you know we go fall. Hold on tight, everybody just moving together like a storm. Divided then you know we go fall. United we could conquer it all.
Yes, yes, yes. Good night, one and all. Good night. Better with Labour. That was the chant. Better with Labour. But simple question I'll ask you all this evening. Are you better with Labour? I know that the answer from every one of you will be no. The only person who is better with Labour is Dr. Joe, his ministers, and his advisors and big Labour. Them are the only set of people better with Labour. You know, I am from constituency number 6. And it ate my heart. Because you see, with this increase in the bus fee, means that constituency 6 will get it the hardest. Our minimum wage owners, they are the ones that are feeling the squeeze of this incompetent administration. The Labour administration has failed to deliver for you, the people. And I believe that they are not capable of delivering. They are incompetent. No care how long it takes them. You guys always feel the squeeze because Labour cannot deliver for you.
We are living in a serious time.
When Labour win, listen to me carefully now. When Labour win, you, and you, all of us lose. And if we want to be on the winning side, we have to vote for the People's Action Movement. Pam! The People's Action Movement have a track record of delivering. We has delivered on behalf of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, this beautiful federation. You know that? I feel it, you know. Because when you look at the single mothers, you could imagine. You could imagine traveling from Saddlers. Traveling from Saddlers, coming anywhere. That's an extra $1 a day for you. You're looking at $10 more in your pocket. If you have to travel with one minor, that's $20 a week from Monday to Friday. Think about it. I have to feel the pain and the people at Saddlers, passing going, DFB, Norton going, St. Paul's, Harris going, constituency number 6. Anybody in here who is from constituency 6, I sure know they're going to hurry up catch a bus. Because they want to reach home before 7 o'clock, before the water lock off. Could you imagine, with the amount of rain that is falling, that every single night we have no water after 7? Huh? And we're going to say that we are the backbone of Labour. If Labour cannot deliver for their backbone, how will they deliver for you and you? They won't. They are not capable of doing that. Think about it. Many of you, I don't go shopping now because I can't take the stress of shopping. I cannot take that stress. You go in the supermarket today, you see something at $1.20. Tomorrow you go back, you see it at $1.35. The next day you go back. It seems as if as the wind blow, the price go up. Think about it. If I say that things is hard, it might be an understatement. Things rough, tough, tumble. This economy in a St. Kitts and Nevis is dead. Dead. And all of you will agree with me. I could recall when it down here on a Friday at the terminal is bumper to bumper traffic at the bars. I feel the pain at the bar owners. They could tell you that when they look at the returns at the end of the evening, that it is down. It's down. And anybody who will disagree with me, you can raise your hand and tell me how good things going for you. Because every single one of us feeling the squeeze. Labor pain. What have the people of St. Kitts and Nevis done to labor to sentence us to hard labor? What we do to them? Huh? Why should they sentence us to hard labor? Huh? Things tough. Rough. It is very, very depressing in this nation. You look around, as the chairperson said, you see little smile on people's faces. But I will tell you all, you know, man, I could just put a little smile, take a deep breath. Let me take a deep breath. And we exhale. Because we got to relieve the stress. I don't want to see nobody dropping down from labor stress. Labor is stressing the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Dr. Terrence Joe, he has lost his way. I have never seen a leader who become so less popular in such short a time. Dr. Joe lost his way. And I want to believe that Joe lost his way because of the infighting they have. The Douglas Labour versus Joe Labour. So Joe don't give up choppy hand in the ear. They're fighting and they're fighting, but not on your behalf. They're fighting for you. They're fighting to see who could get the biggest share from the table. Not for you. Think about it. We're here at the ferry terminal today. But who knows, next week we might pop up somewhere else. This is what the People's Action Movement is all about. We are here to lend a voice to those who are afraid to speak out. And I will be that voice for you. I am not afraid to speak on the issues that affect the ordinary man and woman in St. Kitts and Nevis. I am not afraid. I take that task and I go run with it. I will speak on your behalf any day. So I want you all here who are hearing me, send a message to Dr. Terrence Joe and tell Dr. Terrence Joe that he has lost his way. So please do the honorable thing. Step aside. Just step aside. Let the country breathe a sense of relief. Dr. Joe don't behave like he was poor. He ain't know about what it means to be poor, how he behaving. Squeezing and squeezing the ordinary man every single day. They're squeezing us like crusp in our lime. How much more should we take? Think about it. We have the penny bank, once was called. They say we National Bank and we boasting we National Bank. Well, how could our bank decide that they're going to increase fees on us? If they not increase their interjuice fees, while they're making racket profit, who they are serving? And who is the minister responsible for National Bank? It's Dr. Joe. That's why I could say he has lost his way. How could you, a poor person, just got 2 little coppers in a National Bank and they want to dip their hand in the air? How should we allow that? We shouldn't allow that. We should be upset and making noise. And you know the problem is, I could understand. When you are looking for the representative, they have heard them because I run from you. They don't want to see them. They don't want to see them. So that's why they're always on the plane. They know they have failed you all. So they run away every chance they get. They run off island. Think about it. The People's Action Movement, PAM, with a record of delivering. I think it's time for you all to start giving the People's Action Movement another look. Take a serious look and see, put the records side by side and compare deliverance from PAM to deliverance from Labour and see there is no contest there. Chalk and cheese, miles and miles away. That's where PAM are. We deliver. And we will deliver given the opportunity for you because we know what it is to build a strong economy. We know what it takes. We've been there, we've done that. And before I leave, I will just go slowly and say, we are the People's Action Movement, PAM. We, PAM, we strive from day to day because your interest is our interest. And for those of you, our party, your party, the People's Party is here. And the People's Party is here to stay. Nobody gonna move us. We are here and here to stay. The People's Action Movement, the party that delivers for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Thank you.
Come to Jamaica and not know how we live things. Say everything nice, true, we full of vibes and thing. Them same one feel it to them heart when them get few understand the real thing. Yeah, me day at town one day, up with a white man we come all the way from Norway. And him turn to me and say, how comes Jamaica full of so much screw face? Same time I lift me head to the sky, and a teardrop fall from me high. Me say, man, you come and go out for a drive. Let me show you why me cry. Look on the gully side. Do you see anything to smile about? Look at that hungry child, yeah. Do you see anything to smile about?
Do you see anything to smile about? Do you? Do you, Sheldon? You, political leader? You, Azad? You, Charles? Shirley? You see anything to smile about?
Out in the
You
street,
over there?
they call it weather. Out in the street, they call it weather.
Well, even if we have to buy all this searchlight in TDC and Horsfords and wherever else you sell Searchlight, and we look, we wouldn't see nothing to smile about. But for the grace of God, we go in this land on a daily basis. There's absolutely nothing to smile about. Thank you, Troy. Thank you. You were hard hitting as promised. I like your line that Labour squeezing us like clothespin on a line. I like that. We are being squeezed by Labour like clothespin on a line. And that is a hard pinch, boy. I mean, we got to look for the bruises. We are being bruised and battered by the Labour storm. But we're going to come through. We're going to win. We're going to conquer. I want you all to hold on to Pam. We are a party of nearly 60 years. In January 19th next year, Pam will celebrate its 60th anniversary. We were born in 1965. I want to remind you to look out for some of the activities that we'll be hosting, because we want your strong and solid support when we break out in celebratory mood in January next year, God's willing. We are winding up, and we'll present the final speaker now, our political leader. In fact, this is her first foray. Not that she's new to the political platform, but this is the first time she will speak publicly at a public meeting since she has been named political leader of PAM. So I want you to give her full attention. I want you to pay her full attention, because I want to tell you all something, that this country needs women. This country is crying out for a motherly touch. This country needs strong women who can lead. I want you all to listen to Shani. I want you all to pay attention, because if it is one gender that can change things, when we look at our mothers years ago, when we woke up in the morning and all she had was some flour, some butter, some salt, and she made Johnny cake for all the children, and you wonder how she got it done. Mothers and women can make something from nothing. I'm telling you all, give Pam and our leader a chance to lead this country. Women can make bread out of stone. We are special. And so I want you all now to help me welcome our political leader, Natasha Shani Gray-Brooks Pam.
Love you all the time. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, you're always on my mind. Saying this, I love you as my own. You are so dear to me, that's why you'll always be my home, sweet home.
St. Kitts Nevis, I love you. I love you right now. My heart bleeds for you. My heart bleeds for you, because you have been hitting some rough times. The past 2.5 years have been trying. They have been hard. They have been hitting our people, knocking us about left, right, and center, thanks to Dr. Drew. Everybody deserves better. Everybody needs better. Labour promised better. But right now, everything is bitter. Labour is bad for me and worse for you. You have heard the speakers before. They have spoken, and you have heard them outline what the problems we are facing as citizens. The hardship we are facing every day. We can't take it anymore. We are halfway into the term, and we are feeling no relief. No relief from this government. No relief from Drew and his team. And we have to get rid of them. We have to get rid of Labour. We have to get rid of Dr. Drew. They promise, and they're not fulfilling. Imagine so many people are seeking homes in this country. So many people were relying on this housing revolution that Dr. Drew promised. What housing revolution? What housing revolution? Nothing is happening. You look, you're wondering what happened in 2023. They say they're going to deliver 600 homes per year. 600 homes per year. We have passed a year, going into a year and a half, and they have delivered 2 homes and finishing a 3rd one. People are trying to get a sense of security. And Dr. Drew, with his fake hope, has told this nation, him and Jeffrey Hanley, tell the people of this nation that they're going to bring a housing revolution. That housing revolution should have created jobs for our contractors, for our engineers, for our architects. So many people were hopeful that if we have 600 homes, they would get some extra money in their pocket. But again, everything is hidden under secrecy. They don't have the balls to come out and tell you what has gone wrong. Why have they failed you? Why up until now you don't have 600 homes? The jobs, imagine sometimes I'm driving around and even when I was building my home, you would see food vendors going on job sites, trying to make a little money, trying to sell their food and ensure that the contractors and the laborers and the steel benders have a little something to put in their mouth, have a little substance so that they can enjoy their work, they can continue to work hard to feed their family and fulfill their job. But Drew Lai and Dr. Hanley, Jeffrey Hanley, have failed the people. The contractors are looking around for jobs. In fact, some of them now going and saying, I will even work in a supermarket because me ain't got nothing to do. I don't have anything to do. You think TDC and Hosfords wouldn't have been glad to sell the extra steel and lumber? You think the truckman them wouldn't have been glad to transport them from Bastia to Parsons? You think the people who are trying to decorate their homes wouldn't have been glad to step down to Courts when Black Friday is coming and buy a new set of furniture? And Courts would have been glad for that because that is more revenue for them. They want to doll up their home, but there were only 2 homes built. I mean, you would have had 598 more families who would have been able to go to Courts Black Friday in November and buy a TV, a washing machine. Dr. Drew is depriving this country of revenue. The economy is in a chokehold. The economy is not moving. Everywhere you go, people are bawling. People are bawling. They are asking for relief. And that relief is not labor. It's no kind of labor. Right now, you want the People's Action Movement. What you want is hope, promises, and fulfillment. What you want is progress. You want empowerment. And labor is not providing that for you. Imagine if you had your new home, the sense of security, knowing that you have your paper. You can go to the bank and say, bank, I have my collateral. I want to do this now. I want to open a business because I have my collateral. They are depriving the country of revenue because when homeowners own property, they have stamp duty to pay. But Dr. Drew is even depriving the country, the Ministry of Finance, of revenue. Him and Jeffrey Hanley are failures. Now you've heard from our speakers. Look at the ferry terminal. Look at the ferry terminal on a Friday afternoon. This is where the hustle and the bustle, where the contractors would have come to relieve their stress. Buy a drink, buy a round, make sure that the vendors and the bar owners are being supported. But this is what our economy has come to on the labor. The barmen, they're not making the money. People going back home with their pots half full with food. That can't be. That can't be what our country has come to in 2.5 short years. We cannot take it anymore. We have to show Dr. Drew that enough is enough. Every day is not April the 1st. Every day is not April Fool. You are not going to fool the people of this country anymore. When people go to the supermarket, they have to be playing dominoes. They have to be shuffling. They have to be moving things from one side of the cart. This is the part that I could pay for. This is the part I'm going to look back to see if anybody could give me a little $5 to make up the bill. This is the part I'm going to have to put back on the shelf. And this is the part I'm going to leave in the trolley. People should not be shopping like that. Single mothers, they are tired. They are working now for an increased wage, but they are not feeling the relief. Consumer Affairs is not doing anything to help our people. They are not going to make sure that the prices are appropriate, that the prices are livable. We cannot take this anymore.
I see them lying there wait. Standing at the gate. But yeah, I want my hand and I sing. You sing now. Lord. Murderer.
People are dying from heartache, pressure going up because the prices are killing us. You have to worry, how am I going to feed my children tomorrow? How am I going to pay my mortgage tomorrow? How am I going to pay Skelett tomorrow? When you look, you hear Tom dead. You hear June dead. And you're wondering, well, June wasn't sick. June stay up all night. Stay up all night worrying about the stresses that Dr. Drew and his wicked government has caused on them. We cannot take this anymore. People are suffering. Yesterday I was walking through my constituency and a young man, a young husband with his wife and his 2 children, he said, Lord, Miss Gray, the other day I felt the D word. So I said, what is the D word? He said, I was depressed. And I was just staring into space. And all kind of thoughts went through my head. And I just shake it off. Because I can't let this Labour government take me from my family. I can't let this Labour government take me from my family. I am calling on the Dr. Drew administration. When you go into Parliament in preparation for your budget, make sure that you announce to the people of this country, our civil servants deserve it. Make sure you tell them you are not getting a half salary, but you are getting a double salary. People need money to spend. People need to be able to uplift themselves. The economy needs to grow. You have stamped it down since August 2022. We need a lift. We can't take it anymore. We have been calling on you. Everything you say, soon come, soon come. You didn't know that they soon come when you was out campaigning. You didn't have any plan. You just campaigned and didn't know how to fulfill. Man, talk to Douglas, ask him a question. For the good of the country, talk to him so that we could get a little relief. The people are crying. They cannot take it anymore. Dr. Drew, it is time for you and your team to step aside. Step aside. We are here to replace you. The country needs relief. I mean, look at so many government buildings, dilapidated, run down, lack of maintenance. You find that people are suffering from mold. The mold issue has caused a health concerns for so many of our civil servants in the post office, the AG's office, the courthouse. Do you know that if the civil servants are not healthy, our government cannot function? You don't care about our civil servants. You don't care about our people. The fact that you all are not maintaining these buildings, and then you're going to spend hundreds of thousands of our hard money to go rent places in town. You renting here and renting there. Fix up the government buildings, man. Give people work to do. This is what we voted for you for. And I say we because I mean the country. Because you know I ain't voting for Labour. Labour is nothing more than hard pain. I have 2 children, and that is the only Labour pain I want to feel. We're fed up of y'all. We are fed up. And even as I said I have 2 children, I bear the weight of the nation on my shoulders. Because I have taken on the role to lead this country. And I will do it by calling you out every step I get. I'm going to call out all your ministers when you travel every single week. Looking at the per diem. I could see you on the plane calculating and pressing to see how much you're going to get off this trip. Y'all need to stop it. Stop it. Come home and stop being visitors to this country. When you hear the Minister of Tourism calling the visitor count, all are in the visitor count. All of you in the visitor count, because y'all don't live here. You all go away and come back for visit. You all need to take the business of this country serious. Serious. You see, people are not down here. They're gone home to make sure that they have water tonight. Too many people have to make sure when 7 o'clock they are home after a long day's work so they can get a shower. Weekend is coming up, and some people, you hear people all up in your constituency, Dr. Drew. The people all over in the countryside. The people all over in St. Kitts saying, water gone again. We have no reliable water service. Water is essential. And in 2024, I mean, y'all sit down and say all kind of things. Y'all run over Keon with your plastic cup and take a picture. You take your picture to say we get water. But a red plastic cup. And every week you hear people asking, where is the water? Where is the water? Congress Maynard, where is the water? We are fed up of the non-performance. We are fed up of the incompetence. The people are ready to get rid of you. They are waiting. One lady told me last night, she said, I'm sitting here and waiting for them, you know, because I watch Jeffrey Hanley take out his phone, watch me call him. See, it's me calling him. Push it back in his pocket. Well, let him come by me landing. Let him come by me landing. You see? Or you could have called the people all the time. You run chip gun for them. You take up their grandfather and you carry them to vote. And now the people can't find you. The people cannot find you. This is a government who is not just missing in action in Miami, Azad. They are missing in action all over St. Kitts and Nevis. And we are fed up of you. And the people can't take it anymore. And from today, we are going to be popping up every single week. Sometimes you're going to see us pop up in cabinet. Sometimes you're going to see us pop up down Church Street. Sometimes you're going to see us pop up water department. Because your action that has shown the people that you don't care require us to fill in the gap for them. The People's Action Movement will continue to champion the cause of our people. We have this nation to save, and we will do everything because we love the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, and you deserve better. And so when you get that double salary in December, we're going to come down here and we're going to buy a round for you so that everybody can enjoy the double salary that Dr. Drew has given thanks to the People's Action Movement. Thank you.
Sitting by and watching the slaughter. Slaughter, slaughter.
Down in Irish town on that night. Well. setting our leader, political leader on fire tonight. And if you think you see anything yet, we're going to put them under pressure. This is just a rehearsal, because we are getting ready. They either perform or they exit. And we are willing to give them the full term, you know. We're so gracious. We are willing to give them the full term. But until then, they better do what they told the people they would do. They better do what they committed to do, because we are no fools in St. Kitts and Nevis. And before we go, we just want to remind our people, the good people of St. Kitts and Nevis, of the solid track record that Pam has in this country. From Port Zante to the Peninsula, from school reading program to making the word bastard a non-word in St. Kitts anymore. Our People's Action Movement is the party that has springboarded St. Kitts and Nevis to the world stage. And we deserve to be in government in 2027. We thank all of you for listening this evening, whether you were listening virtually. And we know that a lot of you are afraid to even come around where we are because of the icy cold hands of victimization of this government. We are seeing it every day. We are seeing it every night. But we want to tell you that if God is for you, no Jew, no labor can be against you. So we want to ask all of you people of St. Kitts and Nevis, hang tough, hang tough, hang tough. We are with you. We are your advocates. And we also want to tell you that because this party is full of lawyers, we have lawyer scan done in this party. When they victimize you, just come to us, call us, email us, knock on my door, come in the dead of night, just tell us when you're coming with the searchlight. We are willing to hear you and help you. And if you were wrongfully dismissed, you're going to be with lawyers and them. Okay? So we want to give you the assurance. We can't call ourselves free if we got to be hiding. And nobody on this platform is planning to hide. We want to tell you and we want to assure you that all of us are willing to stand in the gap for you. One love. We love you. We love you. We love you. And we'll see you again next time at our pop-up. It might be in cabinet, who knows? Because I think they need a good briefing. And, well, my colleagues here urged me to talk again about double salary, but I think the political leader did a good job in talking about that. Unless they're going to change their minds, but we are confident that now that they know that the pressure is being brought to bear on them, they will have no choice but to pay our hard-working civil servants a double salary. After all, man, we can't go into December with this guava crop. No way, no how. So thank you very much. God bless all of you. God bless St. Kitts and Nevis. Long live St. Kitts and Nevis. Long flourish this federation that we love and call home. We'll see you again next time.